Hello everyone, I'm Musical Daredevil. I'm still down here in Looney B, and I've been resting down here for about 2 months now. Although, our character doesn't seem to be looking any worse at all. They haven't turned into a zombie or a corpus monster or anything like that, which is very strange. Now, because Dr. R. Devil still has corpus disease and has been down here for about 2 months, he has an intelligence of 0, a willpower of 0, 0 speed, and 0 personality. Which is very bad, but the good news is all I have to do is head to a temple and these will be taken care of. On the flip side, Dr. R. Devil has a very high strength and endurance. In fact, they're actually higher than you can normally level them in the game. So now that we don't look any worse after 2 months, I think it's time to get this corpus checked out, see if we can do anything about it. Our first order of business is to head to the temple in Balmor and take care of our inability to cast any spells because of that low intelligence and willpower. You'll actually see that the magical bar is completely depleted because it has a maximum of 0. It's kind of strange that our character has 0 speed yet moves like this. Oh well, who am I to argue? And now, for the small price of 35 gold, we now have all our stats back. If I really wanted to, I could keep resting for several days or months and kept getting strength and endurance, because the stats go up by 1 every day I have corpus. So I could have increased this more, but I decided to stop at this point. They should be good enough for the rest of the game, really. So now the next thing to do is to go talk to Caius and see what he has to say about this corpus and what we can do about it.
What now? Please, I don't wish to catch whatever you have.
Yeah, not very happy about it. However, Caius, thinking absolutely nothing of the fact that we completely disappeared for 2 months, now promotes us to another rank in the Blades, which means absolutely nothing. But he also has some good news about the corpus disease. It seems that while we were down there in Alunibi, he got some information about a Telvanni wizard who runs a place called the Corpusarium, and that this guy might actually have a cure for it. So this big bad plot disease isn't so bad after all, since it seems that someone might, in fact, have a cure for it. All I have to do is just get to where he is. The guy's name is Tel Fyr, and he is located very close to Sadrith Moor, which you guys have seen a few times already. Although it's a bit of a walk from there. So all I have to do is get to Sadrith Moor and walk to his tower from there.
Do you need something?
Please, I don't wish to catch whatever you have.
Yeah, I heard it the first time. So, now you guys have seen the bunny hop method of getting acrobatic skill by jumping all over the place. Now you get to see how I level up my acrobatics. Very helpful. I've actually jumped off that ledge quite a few times because of all the quest givers who are inside of Wolverine Hall. So probably the majority of that skill comes from just jumping off that one ledge. So now we just have to walk to the tower, which I believe is that one right there. And with water walking we can get there pretty quickly. Oh, I probably could have just walked from the edge of that castle there. Would have been faster. Oh well. I'll make sure I'm heading the right way. Yep, that's where I'm supposed to go. And there's another cliff racer. cliff racers get really ridiculous around here because you've got water walking you have to worry about, or fish if you're swimming. You've got the cliff racers, and you're trying to find out where you are because everything looks absolutely the same out here. And all sorts of other fun stuff like that. And now here we are. And now you guys get to see the inside of a Telvanni Wizard Tower. You'll be seeing even more of these Propugnators run through of the Telvanni quest line. And now, with a quick levitation potion, we can head all the way to the top of the tower where Dwarf Fyr is waiting for us. First, we talk to him, we need to give him a little gift so he likes us a little more, and by clicking on his dialogue options, it seems that he's pretty interested in corpus disease, obviously, since he has a corpusarium. And he also has something interesting to tell us. He says that corpus makes you immune to disease, and supposedly the Nerevarine is immune to disease. So he wonders that maybe the Nerevarine has corpus, and he has him down there in the corpusarium. Of course, now we tell him that that might in fact be us. What he tells us after that is he might actually have a cure, but the problem is, he's tried it before and he killed everyone he tried it on. So he's just going to hand us this potion which killed people before and hope that it works somehow. But before he does that, he sends us on yet another fetch quest to get a pair of boots from the Corpusarium to show us what it's like, I guess. And get lost in his tower.
Questions.
This guy right here is the warden for the Corpusarium, and he says that we are free to go in, but we cannot kill anybody in there. We're just supposed to let them attack us and just walk on by. But for some weird reason, whenever I've come down here, I've only ever had one monster attack me, who is right off to the side there. That zombie. None of the other monsters ever attack me whenever I come down here, which is kind of weird, but I'm not complaining. That right there, that's a lame corpus, and I think they're the stage after zombie for corpus disease. And right over here is where we're supposed to get the boots. In this area we have this person who is one of Dwarf Fyr's daughters who have a rather interesting backstory, and over here is this strange fellow who looks not at all like anything we've ever encountered in the game. He has legs which look a lot like a drummer centurion spider, and he has a rather interesting beard. Let's talk to him. So he gives us the boots and says he wasn't able to do anything with them, but that's for them to work out. And then we can inquire about his race. See, this guy right here is a dwarf, also known as the Dwemer. These were the guys who built Arkingthond and all the other ruins you've seen. Yet, the dwarfs disappeared several centuries ago and nobody's heard from them since, and nobody knows why, but yet here this guy is. When the dwarves disappeared, he happened to be doing whatever it was he was doing at the time, and then he wandered around and ended up catching corpus disease at some point. And so Dwarf Fyr has been trying to cure him, but in the meantime just been stuck down here. So, he is now the last living dwarf. As you might have guessed, the dwarves don't actually look like that, he just looks like that because he caught corpus and is in the middle of being cured. So now we get to backtrack all the way to Dwarf Fyr and tell him we have his boots, and then we'll see what happens with this potion which killed absolutely everybody he gave it to. That is, if I don't get lost on the way. Okay, now I
Go
have his
ahead,
boots,
Outlander.
and he will give us
What
the
do you
potion.
need?
Now, we've taken the potion, and it seems to be working for some reason. You can see there in the lower right corner, we don't have corpuses anymore, and no more annoying red boxes and lists of spells in our character. We can also ask a bunch of other stuff. There's going to be another major plot dump, another couple of quests where absolutely everything was going to be explained. And now, with this lovely little spell Fear cast on us, we are now completely immune to corpus. But there are two other effects here, which say we are now immune to every disease in the game. Even the little ones you get from fighting or looting smaller monsters which have a disease on them we can catch. We now can't catch any disease ever, which is rather nice if you like looting dungeons. So now that that's taken care of, this fine person over here, if I can get unstuck, will take us back to Sadrith Mora. And then we just have to go back to Caius and tell him we are ready to get the information from Milo. Finally, after about 2 months of waiting for that.
Greetings to you. A pleasure to meet you.
Now Caius is a little bit nicer to us. Unfortunately, when we talk to him, he has a bit of bad news. It seems that he has been recalled to the Imperial City, and so he's promoted us again in the Blades, and tells us we're going to head the Blades while he's away, even though all we do is run around doing fetch quests. As for final orders from him, they are to go talk to Milo, who is in the exact same place we saw her the first time. However, if something goes wrong for whatever reason, she is going to leave us a message in her office under the code word Amaya. Remember that, it's very important for later. And then, once we talk to Milo, we just take the information she gives us back to Nabani Mesa, and we can continue on the main quest. And that will be our fun for next time. I'm Musical Daredevil, and I'll see you in the next update where everything gets explained.